I work for a program called PBS News Student Reporting Labs, and we are a journalism training program mostly for high school kids. And we do all kinds of real-world, hands-on experiences with them. And we're here today for our podcast. So the Honor Minds podcast is a student-produced podcast all about teen life. And Zack and Helena are our two high school hosts. So we are bringing them out here to learn everything there is to know about podcast hosting, learn a little bit about the equipment, about how to be present on camera and on the mic.
I think that's what we tried to do in the workshop, is just like frame your mindset. But I think really just like listening to like what your guest or your co-host is saying, and like asking those follow-up, and like, you know, it's like you want almost like the listener to be the other person in the room, and like you're like making them feel smart, you know. I think it's just impressive, and I think both those kids are awesome, charismatic, funny, eager to learn.
It was exactly the kind of thing we needed to like kick off this weekend. Like the kids just got here. This is really the first thing they've done.
Like, how'd you find me at the airport?
I didn't.
Other than me like yelling at you.
You found me. It took a while. It was hard. It was really hard to find baggage claim. There were so many different signs.
Yeah, we had, I think, about 75 students submit to be podcast hosts. We interviewed a handful of them, and it was a pretty rigorous process. I think Zack and Helena each went through like 3 rounds of interviews in addition to submitting their application materials ahead of time. Zack, I think, is very natural and comfortable.
But there are movies you have to watch because there's captions, like a lot of French films. And French films are weird. Like a lot of the old ones are really, really weird. So you have to actually be there and watch it and still not understand it.
He can talk to anyone. And Helena has this like authenticity and genuineness that you don't get and you can't really teach. And especially she's funny.
My whole life is one big flip-flop. Like, I don't know, how do you feel about big eyebrows?
And then where Matt's sitting, that's where we can switch all the cameras. Could you just cycle through those a little bit? Yeah.
No.
So what you would do in these situations, and this is how we like for our members, is that like we want to get them in a position to like leave here with a finished product. So if they can cut it all together, like as they're doing it, that's obviously ideal, because then they can just post it, you know? I think it was like a kind of like a good match between them and us. It's like, I see you. I know exactly what you're trying to do, you know? I know what you need us for. It's just cool that we're able to provide those things.
It's so cool to get connected to local stations, and Denver Community Media has been a partner all along the way. Like when we had the teachers out here in 2022, we were able to use the Denver Community Media space and equipment to do some production work with the teachers. And when we knew that we were going to need some equipment and some chance to be in a podcast studio for this training, we knew who to call.